Today we have a classical style morning Pilates session. It's going to be this blend of nourishing movements to wake up the body and classical energizing exercises so that by the end of the session you feel more awake, energized and ready for your day. We're going to come to seat sit. Feet are going to be stretched out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall, little bend in the knees if it's a bit tight here, and we're going to stretch those arms forward. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, round it all the way down to the mat. Take an inhale at the bottom. And a lovely exhale to curl it up. Dive over to the toes, full stretch. And then continue. Option to go halfway back if you prefer. And begin to feel that stretch through the back of your body. And the small activation in the core as you curl up. And one more. And now we're going to curl it back just to the tips of the shoulder blades. Reach your arms down next to you, stretch your fingertips to your heels, and begin to gently pump your arms. Deep breath in for 5, and out for 5. Good. Feel that length from hips to heels, and you're curling up, rounding your rib cage to the mat. Keep your gaze in front of you. Halfway there. Deep breath into your back. Exhale, zip in the core. Stretch through your arms a little more, 2 more rounds. Final round. Lower everything down and slide your feet in. Whew, now you should feel nice and awake and like you got that bit of core going. Hands pressed down next to you. Let's take it to our bridge. You're going to roll your hips up off the mat just to the tips of the shoulder blades. Hold, deep breath in. Exhale, round it down. Continue to roll up and down at your own pace. Exhale, breath as we roll up and down. Inhale at the top and bottom. Pressing down into your hands and heels for support. You want to feel this activation through the back of your body and stretching open through the hips. And let's go for one more. And gently release it down. Interlace your hands behind your head for chest lift. Elbows are off the mat. Curling up through the chest. Hold for a moment. And lower down with control. Feel that you round your rib cage to the mat as you lift. And you're reaching your elbows out to the side so that you're using your arms to support your lift. And 2 more. Hold it up on this next one for rotation. So lift it up, curl, then rotate towards me and center over to the other side. And center, lovely. Rotating from the waist up. Reach your top elbow to the ceiling, bottom elbow to the ground. Good. You're going to start to feel those obliques in your waist One more time to each side. And last one. Center and lower it down. Arms to T or goalpost position and legs to tabletop. Bringing ribs and lower back to the mat. We're going to twist those knees across the body. Keep your shoulders on the mat. And come back to center. Rotate to the other side. Inhale to twist. Exhale back to center. Keeping the shoulders down on the mat to feel the stretch along your back and the core activation in the front. Last one. Lovely. We're going to take both hands to our shins, grab your knees in a bit more, and then curl up through your chest. Gaze between your knees, round your rib cage to the mat. For double leg stretch, we stretch the legs away, arms overhead, and then pull it in. Inhale, stretch, exhale to close. You're looking towards your toes, pulling your core in deeper as you stretch out. For 2 and 1, both hands to one leg, stretch the opposite leg away, and then we go single leg stretch. Feel that you can stretch open through your chest, round your rib cage to the mat, lift it up. 3 more rounds. And 2. Final round, and then grab behind this knee, lower the bottom leg down to the mat and lift your chest up higher. 2 pulses and switch. Keep your gaze down on the wall in front of you. 3 more rounds. 2 and 1. Keep this leg in in straight leg. Lower your chest down and your bottom leg goes down to the mat. Bring your hands next to you for leg circles. We go down towards the mat, circle and lift. Good. Using 1 breath per circle or an exhale to bring your leg up. Opposite hip stays grounded. And 2 and 1. Reverse. Pressing down into heel and hands for support. And 2 and 1. Lower that leg down. Opposite leg comes to tabletop. Stretch it up to the ceiling. We're going down, around, and lift. Feel that your rib cage stays on the mat. Pressing down into your hands. And 2 and 1. Reverse. Keeping that opposite hip on the ground as you take your leg out to the side. Good. Feel that core activation as you lift your leg. And 2 and 1. Lower that leg down. Stretch open. So you're going to take your feet to the corners of your mat and press them away. Maybe give them a little bit of a point, releasing these hips. Stretch your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to roll it up into a twist. So curl up your chest. Then roll it all the way up to seated. Begin to twist towards the one leg. So you're going into a saw. Return to center. Curl it back. We'll go over to the other side. Roll it up. At the top, twist. Center. And all the way back. You have the option to just roll halfway back or placing a small towel in your lower back for support. So it's this lovely combo of roll up and saw. Good. Last one here, rolling it all the way back. And this time we're going to roll it up to spine stretch. Roll it all the way up. Dive forward between the toes. Pull your core back. And then rebuild. Straight back. Exhale forward. Inhale to roll up. Finding length through your neck. Shoulders are resting on your back. Good. And you want to feel that stretch along your lower back. So pull your core in as you reach forward. And one more. And roll it up. Lovely. We're going to turn over into a side lying position for oblique. So all the way down, heels together, and feet slightly in front of you. Slightly tip your hip back to find that support in your bottom hip. And we're going to lift and lower these legs. Exhale up, inhale down with control. You have the option to have your hands down on the mat in front of you for support, up towards the ceiling for challenge. Keeping your head resting on your arm. 3, 2, keep the legs floating for this one. Separate the legs, one forward, one back, 2 pulses, and switch. Good. Head is resting on your arm. You want to feel that you're zipping up this core. Good. 2 more rounds. Final round. And in and out. Lovely work. Let's flip it over to the other side. All the way down on your arm. Feet are slightly in front of you. Push that hip away to find that lift through your waist. We're going to lift and lower these legs. Think of pressing your top leg away from you to find that activation in this top oblique. Squeeze your heels together to feel the inner thighs. And 2. Good. One more. We're going to hold it up. We're going to separate those legs. We're going to take 2 pulses and switch. Good. You want to feel that you're keeping the hips stacked. So just moving those legs. Stable at the hips and core. And 2. And 1. Bring it in and lower everything down. Turning over into the front of your body, we're going to come up onto the forearms. So now we're going to work on a bit of that back extension, glutes and hamstring activation. Right, so gazes forward, open the chest. Then you're going to lift those legs up and lower them down. Now what we want to feel for here is that we're floating those knees off the ground, activating through glutes and hamstrings without collapsing the lower back. If you find that you are going into your lower back, just bring yourself down to your hands and that should feel better. And 2 more. And 1. Keep the legs floating. Single leg kick. You're going to bend one leg, 2 pulses, and then lengthen other side. In, and lengthen. In, and lengthen. You want to feel that you aim your heel to your opposite glute, and that's where you're going to feel that hamstring activation. Pressing down into elbows, open the chest. Good. 2 more rounds on each side. And 1 more. And lengthen, lower everything down. And we're going to bring it to swan. So hands are going to come underneath your shoulders to the side of your mat. Taking a deep breath in, lift the chest all the way up if that feels good. And gently lower down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale to lower with control. You want to feel that you're pressing into your pinky fingers, stretching open through your chest. And your shoulders drawing down to your back pockets. And 1 more. And down. Tuck your toes, press your hips all the way back. You want to go towards the back of your mat and lengthen through your arms. And we're going to finish off here with a bit of planking. Right. So come up to 4-point kneeling position, tucking into your toes. Press your hips to your heels again. And stretch your arms away from you as much as possible. You are going to come forward, lift your knees, and then straighten out to a plank. Press your heels away from you. Lift up through the core. Then bend your knees and press your hips back. And forward. Float the knees if you can. Keep them down if you prefer. You want to feel that you press your heels back when you find your plank, because that's really going to help you lift up through the core and feel strong in your back body. Let's go 2 more. And 1, hold it up. Stretch from head to heel. Point through one leg and then lift and lower this leg. Good. We're finishing off strong here. Keeping one knee down to the mat if you need. For 3, 2, 1. Bring these toes to the mat. Lengthen through the other side. Press your body back a little bit more. Lift and lower. Pressing down into both hands equally. Lengthen from head to heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing down into those toes. Hold it here if you can. Lift your hips up, downward dog or pike stretch. Hold there. Lower your heels to the mat. Find a stretch. Pedal through your knees. Good. Lower your knees down. Let's take a cat-cow. Deep breath in. Open the chest. Exhale to round. Continue to take these at your own pace. Enjoying the stretch through the back as you curl. And the stretch as you open. 1 more. And round. Hips to heels. And when you're ready, roll it up. Fantastic work. Thank you so much for joining me for this morning classical style Pilates session. A little bit more challenging than our gentle, nourishing style morning sessions. So there are always options for you to choose from depending on how you wake up and feel. I hope that you are feeling ready and energized for your day. If this is all for you, have an incredible day, and I will see you in